She said I love you, then I came later.
Okay, all right.
It's always better to come second, right?
Yeah, I guess.
The messy breakup between Tyler Cameron and ex-girlfriend Camila continues on social media. Hey guys, and welcome back to another shared news from home. We've got all the details you need to know about this messy Bachelor breakup. But before we get into it, make sure you guys subscribe to our channel and ring the bell so you never miss out on any future videos. As always, I'm your host, Zachary Reality, and I'm joined today by Morgan Wright. And Morgan, Tyler is taking to Twitter to seemingly shade Camila. The things people say and do to save face is quite comical, he writes. And we are assuming Tyler is talking about Camila, who he broke up with just a few weeks ago after their 8-month-long relationship. 8 months together. Do we think that he is tweeting about Camila? What do we think this could be?
Okay, do me a favor and repeat it one more time because I'm going to look at it through the lens of, talking about an ex-boyfriend. So I want to make sure that I get it exactly correct.
He says, the things people say and do to save face is quite comical.
I mean, I don't really keep up with Camila, but what has she said to save face? Is she doing interviews? Everything that I've seen from her, she just has been very active on like her Instagram story. But quite honestly, I don't really check her Instagram that much. So I don't even know if she is saying something to save face. But it is interesting because when this breakup story came out, everyone just assumed that it was Tyler's fault, right? Everyone just automatically assumed that Tyler must have done something to mess it up because he was just on Watch What Happens Live gushing about Camila. So it's like, what happened in that 2 to 3 weeks where he filmed that and now they're broken up? But I don't know. Who else would he be talking about? It seems only fitting that it would be his most recent ex-girlfriend.
I mean, I don't really know who else Tyler could be feuding with at the moment, but it seemed like a subtle dig towards Camila. And I'm not sure what happened with their relationship because, as you just mentioned, he was on Watch What Happens Live in the studio last month promoting his new book, You Deserve Better. He got into detail about his relationship with Camila and even called her his soulmate. They were talking about the time they said, I love you to each other. And Camila kept getting panned to in the audience. And I thought she was just really shy. But now that they're like over, I'm like, maybe she was a little uncomfortable that Tyler was like talking so highly of their relationship when maybe she knew it wasn't working out. I also read that they kind of ended their relationship pretty abruptly and quickly because everything was going so well for a while. So this whole thing seems really confusing. And Tyler is also rumored to be on a new dancing show called Dirty Dancing. Sources are saying that Camila ended the relationship to focus on her lucrative modeling career. Camila has already been linked to a new man, Lewis Hamilton, who she was spotted hanging out with on Instagram, and Camila denies the rumors that she is dating Lewis. Morgan, I don't know if this provides any more context for you about this relationship, but do you think we can now gather why they broke up? Because I'm just surprised that it got so messy when it was just so good.
Well, the word on the street is that Camila and Lewis knew each other before she started dating Tyler. It's also kind of a known fact that Lewis likes to date models. And look, I mean, Camila is absolutely drop dead gorgeous. I feel like it could be one of those things that, I mean, I'm only speaking from my personal experience. Whenever I have dealt with a breakup in the past, the easiest thing to do, especially with social media, is flirt with a new boy, put it everywhere for your ex to see, to get jealous. I mean, I know it sounds so immature, but it's when I was 24 and 25, I did that kind of stuff all the time. So maybe they're not seriously dating, but I feel like Camila might be trying to send Tyler a message.
Or it could be a little bit of a rebound situation because she knows that Tyler is such a hot commodity and she doesn't want to look like she's the girl that got played or that it's her problem. I'm not really sure, but I don't even know what Tyler's relationship with Lewis was. They may have known each other too a little bit, but it probably sucks to see your ex-girlfriend move on so quickly. So it's possible that the tweet could have been directed at Lewis or it could have been directed at Camila. But either way, Tyler Cameron is not really happy about that. And he also is single and fresh on the market. And casting for The Bachelor is slowly approaching, and many fans are hoping to see Tyler C be the next Bachelor. Sources are even saying that the show is considering making Tyler the lead to boost ratings after the low ratings that were Katie's season. Tyler was a fan favorite on Hannah Brown's season who made it all the way to the top 2 and almost proposed to HB, which is what he called her at the time. Since the show, he dated model Gigi Hadid, model Camila. He has a thing for models, and he even watched his BFF Matt James become the Bachelor earlier this year. So Morgan, could you see Tyler be the next Bachelor? Do you think he would even do it? And if he did do it, they would need a cast of 25 models.
Yeah, look, let's be honest. I think ABC would want someone exactly like Tyler Cameron. I was looking at the ratings a couple days ago of the previous Bachelorettes, and Hannah Brown's was the beginning of the decline, right? Hers got really, really high ratings, and then ever since then, it's slowly been declining. So we could say that Hannah Brown season was like the peak of Bachelor and Bachelorette, in the scope of
Yeah.
like the last 5 years or so. So to bring Tyler Cameron back, who was in the final two, who everybody wanted Hannah to end up with, especially when you take into consideration the fact that Bachelor Nation has just lost Chris Harrison as a host, maybe, fans of the franchise are looking for that familiarity. They're looking for somebody that they're invested in. And honestly, I think that Tyler Cameron is the biggest Bachelor Nation alum. And honestly, how did he get to be as popular as he is? I mean, I know we all loved him on Hannah Brown's season. Everybody did, right? But he didn't go on Bachelor in Paradise. He hasn't been on any other TV shows except he was in like a Netflix movie for 0.5 seconds. But he really didn't need to do anything to gain this notoriety that he has. And that's why I think he actually wouldn't consider being the next Bachelor, because he doesn't really need it. And especially right now, there's a lot of controversy surrounding the franchise. It's a lot of pressure. We have often heard leads and people that are on the show say that Bachelor Nation kind of sometimes can have a toxic fandom, and people don't want to really go through that public scrutiny. So I just feel like he wouldn't, but money talks, Zach, right? So if they offer him enough money, maybe he would consider it.
Yeah, I mean, I think he'll at least like consider it and hear what they have to say, but I don't see him doing this, especially because he is training for this new dancing show, Dirty Dancing. So I feel like his schedule is so booked, but I can see Tyler being the Bachelor maybe in like 2 years. Like, I think we cannot just like completely, say that he's never going to be the Bachelor, because when Ari came back to be the Bachelor, it was like 5 years later, and it kind of was a good choice at the time. I mean, he's still with his winner pick, or the girl he ended up picking from his season, kind of Lauren.
Yeah.
If you watch that season, you get it. So I think Tyler would be a good pick one day, but I just don't think it's the right time, especially after this breakup with Camila. Like, they just broke up. I don't think he like wants to go back into that environment. And I also don't think Tyler is truly ready to like settle down and get married yet. So maybe in a couple years they can revisit this. But who do you think that they should make the next Bachelor, Morgan? Because it's approaching soon. Michelle's season is filming. We might not be able to pick from Michelle's season because there might not be enough time. So we only have so many options from Katie's season, and then they could bring back someone from the past.
Yeah, well, obviously the fan favorites from Katie's season, Michael A. and Andrew, I think they both would be good for different reasons. Michael A. to me feels a little bit more mature. He does have a family, so he's looking for, a stepmom for his son, James. I feel like he would take it very seriously. Whereas Andrew, on the other hand, is very funny, very lighthearted. I feel like we would get a good, light, fun season out of Andrew S. But I feel like they also could throw us any type of curveball. I gotta say, if Grocery Store Joe does not end up leaving Paradise engaged, I will get on that train to make him the Bachelor, because what a story that would be. From going home night one on Becca Kufrin season to being on Bachelor in Paradise twice to then being the Bachelor. I mean, come on.
I think Grocery Store Joe would probably make a good Bachelor because it would just be so different. I kind of am rooting for Michael A at this point because I like the element that he is a single dad. And I think that there was a casting call going around that maybe they are looking for single moms. So I think it would just be a very different season because they want to make each season different. They don't want another 25-year-old, player like Pilot Peter something that's just going to date a bunch of young 20-something-year-olds. I think Michael A would be a good choice because we could get a lot of single moms, and a single dad would be a really interesting dynamic. They're also not shooting at the Bachelor Mansion, so maybe if they wanted to accommodate Michael A so he can see his son, they could film in his hometown, kind of like what they're doing with Michelle. But I would also like to see Peter Krause come back. He is from Rachel Lindsay's season, he would be a really good choice because he's still single, he's still hot, he was a huge fan favorite, and I think a lot of people wanted him to be the Bachelor at the time, but now it's a better time for him. It's less toxicity with the show, with like Peter in particular because he had a messy breakup. So I would like to see Peter Kraus. Do you remember Peter Kraus? Is there anyone else from the past you would think would be a good choice to bring back?
Oh, I remember Peter. We all do when she cried her eyelashes off. That
Yes.
scene like lives in Bachelor history. Is so iconic. And still everyone's like, she loved Peter way more than Brian. Well, she's married to Brian now, and people still compare their relationship to Peter and
Yeah.
Rachel. So that kind of stinks. I think I'm gonna stick with my pick as far as people from the past. If Joe doesn't end up engaged, I want to see him as the Bachelor.
Point blank and period, because that is everything we have to share with you guys today. So let us know in the comments who you think should be the next Bachelor. Should it be Tyler Cameron? Was Tyler Cameron shading ex-girlfriend Camila? What happened with their relationship? Let us know what you think in the comments down below. And don't forget to subscribe and ring the bell because we'll be back with more Bachelor Nation news. As always, I'm your host, Zachary Reality, and I was joined today by the lovely Morgan Wright. Our social media handles are on the screen right now. Come talk all things Bachelor with us. And thank you all so much for watching, and we will see you next time. Bye.